When people think of Singapore, words like clean, safe, and futuristic often come to mind. With stunning skyscrapers, a world-class airport, and strict laws that keep everything in order, Singapore is often seen as a model city. But what if we told you that behind all that glamour, there's a side of Singapore that most tourists never see? In this video, we're going to uncover the truth about Singapore, both the good and the not so glamorous, so you can decide for yourself if it's really the perfect travel destination everyone says it is. Number 1, it's one of the safest countries in the world. Let's start with what Singapore does incredibly well: safety. You can walk alone at night in most parts of the city without fear. Crime rates are extremely low. In fact, according to the 2024 Global Peace Index, Singapore ranks among the top 10 safest countries in the world. This is largely due to strict law enforcement and a culture that values order. Littering, spitting, and even chewing gum are either illegal or heavily fined. While some people might see this as excessive, it's one of the reasons Singapore is so clean and efficient. Number 2, everything works. But at a price. Public transport in Singapore is smooth, fast, and punctual. Trains are air-conditioned, stations are clean, and buses run on time. The city is well-planned, with almost everything just a few stops away. However, this level of efficiency doesn't come cheap. Singapore is one of the most expensive cities in the world. A simple bottle of water could cost double what you'd pay in neighboring Malaysia or Indonesia. Accommodation, food at sit-down restaurants, and transportation all add up fast. Even attractions like the Marina Bay Sands Sky Park or Gardens by the Bay come with premium price tags. Number 3, it's a cultural melting pot. Singapore is home to a unique mix of cultures. Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Western influences blend together to create a fascinating cultural experience. You can visit a Hindu temple, a mosque, and a Buddhist temple, all in the same neighborhood. This diversity is most deliciously seen in its food. Hawker centers, like Maxwell or Lau Pa Sat, offer cheap and tasty dishes from all cultures. In fact, Singapore's hawker culture is listed as UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage. But here's the twist. Beneath the harmonious surface, racial and social divisions still exist. Locals may tell you that some groups have better access to jobs or housing. It's not always visible to tourists, but it's part of the social fabric. Number 4, free speech? Not quite. Tourists usually don't notice this, but Singapore has very strict laws regarding speech, press, and public protests. The government closely monitors media, and public demonstrations are almost always illegal without a permit. If you come from a country with strong freedom of expression, this might feel unsettling. Bloggers, journalists, and even average citizens have faced legal trouble for speaking out against the government. It's one of the trade-offs for the country's stability. Number 5, green city or concrete jungle. Singapore markets itself as a city in a garden. And it's true. You'll find stunning greenery in places like the Botanic Gardens, Gardens by the Bay, and even on the sides of buildings. But don't be fooled. Much of the island is heavily urbanized. Nature reserves are limited, and outside of tourist attractions, green spaces are carefully curated rather than wild. It's beautiful, but highly controlled. Number 6, Singapore can feel robotic. Everything in Singapore runs on rules. There's a right way to stand on the escalator, which is always on the left, a right time to cross the road, and even guidelines for elevator etiquette. This order keeps things moving efficiently, but it can also feel sterile. Some visitors describe the city as lacking spontaneity or soul. Locals may seem reserved, and nightlife can be expensive or overly regulated. If you're looking for a place with raw, unpredictable energy, Singapore may not be it. Number 7, the surveillance is real. Singapore is often referred to as a surveillance state. CCTV cameras are everywhere, especially in public spaces and housing estates. The government says this is to prevent crime and terrorism, and to be fair, it works, but it also means there's little privacy. You're constantly being watched, and even your online activity may be monitored. Most tourists never notice it, but once you do, it can feel a bit unsettling. Number 8, clean streets, but not always clean air. While Singapore is spotless when it comes to street hygiene, its air quality tells a different story. During the dry season, forest fires in nearby Indonesia cause haze that blankets the city. In some years, the haze has been so bad that schools and businesses temporarily closed. This is a recurring issue, especially from August to October, and something most travel brochures won't tell you. Number 9, rules for tourists are strict. Think of chewing gum in public? Illegal. Want to jaywalk? Prepare to be fined. Singapore takes its rules seriously, and tourists are not exempt. Drug laws are especially severe. Even carrying a small amount can lead to the death penalty. The upside is a city that's clean, safe, and disciplined. But if you're someone who values personal freedom or enjoys a more relaxed vibe, the tight control can feel suffocating. And finally, number 10, Singapore is still one of the best places to visit in Asia. Despite all its quirks, rules, and high costs, Singapore remains one of the most rewarding travel destinations in Asia. Where else can you experience futuristic architecture, world-class shopping, rich cultural diversity, and some of the best food in the world, all in one city? The truth is, Singapore isn't trying to hide these things from tourists. It just chooses to emphasize the best parts. And once you look beyond the shiny surface, you'll find a country that's complex, disciplined, and uniquely fascinating. So if you're planning a trip to Singapore, come with an open mind. Enjoy the safety, the food, the culture, but also be ready to see the city beyond the postcard perfect pictures, because that's where the real Singapore lives. Now, what do you think? Do you agree with this video? Tell us what you think by leaving your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.